ask you to fill their hearts with hope, fill our lives with love and life, fill us with the joy of your Spirit, and help us to be your children. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
There is a light, burns brighter than the sun, he steals the night.
I'm Margot Montgomery, and I've been involved with Crossroads since day one. Day one being 2001. Some of the people were going around talking to the homeless, and the homeless were coming to the churches and actually begging, and the churches, the different churches in the area, didn't know what we should do. We went to talk to the people, and when we would say, I started asking, if we could give you just one thing, because we can't give you everything, what would that be? And amazingly to me, because I wasn't homeless, never been homeless, they kept saying, well, we would really like to be clean. It just kind of hit me all of a sudden. That's what a novel idea. Just want to be clean. We started thinking, okay, we can wash the clothes, we can let them take a shower, we can give them clothes, and let's see what else happens.
Hi, my name's Bruce Neal. I'm a volunteer here at Crossroads. And until just a few years ago, it's just like you. I just had the regular, happy middle class life and job, but my shoulder went bad, and one thing led to another. And, it's depending on myself, and I got it. And so I found myself broke and on the street.
I was incarcerated for 7 months. Drugs and alcohol have been a problem almost all my life. I came from California. I was raised in California, and ended up in Texas, and didn't really change my life because I was still doing the crazy. I always worked. I always had jobs, at least for a period of time, and but I always had alcohol and usually some kind of drug in my life.
I got together with this guy. We lived together for 7 years. We got separated for 19 years. We got back together again. Then I was working at the pawn shows. I had 2 jobs. And I got very involved with him. I had me a 96 car. I had it up. I had everything. I didn't need nothing. I had 2 jobs. I was living with a roommate, with her kids and all that. So what happened that I saw him again, and I forgot about my job. I forgot about everything.
When you think about it, a lot of people think, these people could work. Most of them want to work, but because recently, the last couple of years, the economy being what it is, the people have lost their job, then they lose their car, and they lose their tools, and then they lose their apartment or wherever they're living, and guess what? They're homeless.
We went looking for jobs and everything else. There was nothing. The way we looked, I guess they didn't want to hire us, because we were trashy.
One of the programs I got into, anyway, after I got out of jail, was called FUSA. And one of the requirements was volunteering somewhere. And one of the girls found Crossroads and said, well, all you got to do is come down, and it sounded like, it filled the requirement.
And I had been by Crossroads a lot, but thought, not me. But one day, it just got to the point where, I got to do something.
So they come in, and first thing we do is feed them. because you know when you're hungry and you haven't eaten in a long time, you're very irritable and don't feel well. So they get something in their stomach, and then we give them hygiene and clothes. They go over, and at this point they have to go over and take a shower across the way. We wash the clothes that they have on, give them some blowners, and so they get a shower, and then they come back, and we have a beauty school that's learning. The students are learning, and they cut the hair, and they get their hair cut, and that usually takes about 4 hours to get all that done, and backpack whatever else they need. And I tell you, when you would not recognize them when they walk by. In fact, I'm just amazed at what they look like in 4 hours. And the beautiful part is they will speak to you, they'll look you in the eye because they feel good about themselves.
I've been working at Crossroads off and on for about 3 years, with some time in between that I wasn't around. I had a relapse with drugs, and I stayed away for a while and decided enough of that drug stuff was enough, and decided it was time for me to come back to Crossroads. And now I don't know how they'll have to shovel me on out, because I won't leave willingly at all.
You know, if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'd be right now, you know. And thank to Jesus Christ that He put me here with them.
I can't tell you how much it means to me to know that there are people out there who still remember. That's...
As volunteers, you probably have heard people say before that you receive more than they do. And that may sound cliché, but you really do.
You know, if you want to be able to contribute, it's not always financial. It could be just, you know, your time, a couple hours a week, a day.
You don't have to take care of the whole problem. Just every little bit you do will help.
If you can touch 1 or 2 people out of the hundreds of people, it's worth it.
You can donate your time, you can donate your money, you can donate both. All of that works. I encourage you to come and see us, and see what goes on. That will really mean something more than just send money. You know,
We can't do it alone. We just can't do it alone. We need help.
And I would like to challenge you, just do it one day, 1 hour, 1 minute, and I think you'll come back and your heart will be full of joy and you'll help so many people. Thank you so much.